Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean, and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short, so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna sing my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey guys, how you going? Okay, Menacing Muskrat, I got your email. Oh my God, is all I can say. I think I'm having a cigarette because of it. Deb, how you going, Deb? How you going? I noticed there's 2 Debs in here. Yes, I got it, Menacing Muskrat. Deb said, hello there, beautiful Muskrat. I'm so glad we can email Hev. Menacing Muskrat said, hello, wonderful Deb. Deb, my husband calls me that menacing nickname. Deb J, how you going? Twins. Cynthia, how you going? Who else have we got in here? Okay. Oh, shit, it just jumped now. I've got heaps of people in here. Okay, who else we got? We got J1, how you going? Meg Aussie, how you going? Geoloft, how you going? Timmy, how you going? Okay, that's cool. Jules of Southern Oregon, how you going? SW, hi, how you going? Yeah, a stiff drink is needed after that, Menacing Muskrat. I don't drink, so I'm having a cigarette instead. Okay, I just watched a video. Rumble's going to be really interesting today, and I'll show you why in a minute, because I'll just... Oh, the wrong one. Wrong one. Let me just get on there first. I did a search after Menacing Muskrat sent me that video, and I have bookmarked so much that I cannot talk about. I'll show you. There's so much I can't talk about here. But over on Rumble, I'll go through all this. It has to do... I can read this one. Wall Street Ape said, what could possibly go wrong here? Australia's creating man-made clouds to cool the ocean. Take a look. There's 2 whole shipping containers with big air compressors in them. to generate the compressed air to blast the flame. And so what we see is that the plume that actually gets sucked up right into the clouds. Oh, wow, from one of these machines. It produces about 1,000 billion droplets per second. This is the stuff of science fiction. We'll have a look at this.
Australia are creating man-made clouds to cool the ocean.
Yes.
Take a look.
There's 2 whole shipping containers with big air compressors in them to generate the compressed air to blast the plume. And so what we see is that the plume actually gets sucked right up into the clouds.
Oh, wow.
We don't have
Well,
to
that's good, right?
Yeah, it's terrific. It makes life a lot easier. And in fact, it means we're able to revise a lot of our sort of calculations as to how many stations we'd need and how efficient it would be. Per second, one of those machines, we've got 2 now, but for one, it produces about 1,000 billion droplets a second from about a shot glass of water a second, 30 mils.
Okay. You're smiling. I mean, is he just making stories?
So this is the stuff.
There you go. That's stuff of science fiction. You know, and also to go with the video that I did yesterday or the day before with Florida banning chem spraying, chemtrailing and any weather manipulation. Okay, so you got that. There's a lot going on with shipping containers, you know. I'll just say live art underneath one, how big they actually are. A lot of footage and a lot of theories going on. A lady screaming in Vancouver to open the shipping containers. We've got some red shoe things to go through. What else have we got? A lot on the shipping containers, mind you. And the reason why dock workers may have striked when they did, there is, if a pirate boat tries to get near a shipping container, you should see what happens to that. And what happens to the ones that fall overboard. And what if there are people in there? And this is what made me have a cigarette. The whole thing. It's just, wow. Okay. Old Soldier said, do I speak for the majority when I say I don't want Big Pharma putting drugs into my steaks? I'd much rather choose my meat flavours by myself, because you should see what they're doing here now. Coles are putting something in there, feeding something to the beef that they get that stops them from farting. That can't possibly go wrong now, can it? I don't know if you know how a cow's stomach works, but they need to release the gas, right? I'm wondering what else they've done to our food, and is that why I'm sick? Maybe I just have a real sensitivity to something. I don't know. Rational Aussie said the idea that Australians should pander to a group of politicians who've never been producers in the free market is absurd. Most of the people who want to ban everything in Australia, including meat, are free riders who've spent their entire lives in government milking the taxpayer. If you live in the simulation for too long, you begin to think the simulation is reality. The only reason public sector bureaucrats can work stupid email jobs is because somewhere out there someone has worked their ass off, taken significant personal and financial risks to build a real business with real revenue. The government then comes along and steals it, calling it taxation when really it's just theft. And funnily enough, that's where I was the most bored. I did a traineeship, when I was 16 at the Australian Taxation Office, and I had nothing to do but little word puzzles. I was there for nothing. My boss was off having 2, 3, 4-hour lunches with her boss, and they were both married to different people. I don't know what was going on. Look, I'm not suggesting anything. And by the way, everyone mentioned here is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, okay? It's a big disclaimer. Okay, anytime you see, yep, I did read that. I know, anytime you see a stupid job with stupid person doing very little real work, it's because somewhere along the line, the hand of government has intervened to take money out of the pockets of the productive people and place it into the pockets of unproductive people. It's not the government through if it's not the government through subsidies, then it's the central bank on their behalf, flooding the market with funny money. Government cuck-bucks get printed out of thin air, and those closest to the source of the printer grab onto it with both hands. That's why the banks, financial services companies, etc. are able to hire BS roles like a diversity officer, sustainability chief, etc. and act like merit doesn't matter. Because it actually doesn't matter to them anymore. They've moved beyond the free market into the government market. Their customer is now the government, not you. As long as they keep the government happy, their gravy train of free money continues. People who work these useless roles are so disconnected from the reality of why they have a job in the first place that they think the free market would actually hire them. They've lived in the matrix for so long they can no longer see straight. That's very well said. Rational Aussie. Sorry, I'm really, really enjoying this cigarette right now, right? Just I'm nearly shaking from that video I just watched, and what I'm going to read on Rumble is just insane. And if Timmy wants to join me while I'm reading it, that's fine. Mikamiya said, so I'm going back to work tomorrow like most Australians. Politicians are finished for the year until February. I'm still paying tax that pays for their wage, but they're on holidays. Why can't my tax be reduced during this period? They earn more than the average Australian by far, but we're paying tax still so they can be at home with their families? They sit in the parliament for approximately 70 days a year. What? But we work on average approximately 230 days a year, but they're paid more at the behest of our tax system. Serving in the parliament of one's country should be seen as a civic duty to make one's country better without having to require making more than the average Australian. Politicians need to be more honest, more transparent and more accountable for the amount of days they actually work in the parliament itself. Until such a time, they'll never actually earn the full respect of the people, and this is why government dissent is at an all-time high. The contempt that government and non-government officials show the people of this country is continually on this display, all under the guise of it's in the best interest of the people. This slogan needs to be abolished. Or if you hear for the greater good, run the other way. If you hear it's in the best interest of the people, run the other, especially if it's from the government, run the other way. 3/4 of things that are made now into law are never mentioned or discussed with the people when it's election time. It's always passed in secret, and the people are unaware more than ever. So you don't know, we're all breaking laws that we don't even know about, okay? None of us are innocent anymore. Transparency is a must, and the minimisation of a government is a must. It's time governments started repealing old rubbish laws every time they bring in new ones. I think they should just start again with the 10 Commandments, you know, as the law, and go from there. If you need more laws, I don't know what's going on here. But because we're seeing everything being exposed now, like, you got to wonder how long, you know, this has been going. I know the government doing this has been going on for a long time. But things like the meat, putting stuff in the beef, and even the vaccinations of cattle. How long has that been going on? I would really love to know, and I'm going to have to find out how long that's been going on. AKA said, breaking, Ellen DeGeneres' mansion in the UK she just moved into is currently underwater. And something else I just remembered, Alex is really, really sick. So everyone please pray for Alex. She did not sound good. I spoke to her yesterday. She sounds really sick. So everyone just pray for Alex, please. Oh, God love her, the poor thing. Lord Bebo said Trump on ISIS and the Taliban. Let them fight. Let's have a look.
So Taliban is our enemy. ISIS is our enemy. We have an area that I brought up with our generals 4 or 5 weeks ago, where Taliban is here, ISIS is here, and they're fighting each other. I said, why don't you let them fight? Why are we getting in the middle of it? I said, let them fight. They're both our enemies. Let them fight. sir, we want to do it. They go in and they end up fighting both of them. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I think I would have been a good general, but who knows?
I think you would have been. That's right. Why not just let them fight? This is from back in 2016. It was from Rupley. Obama, he is the founder of ISIS, allegedly, and, everyone's innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. But anyway, this said Obama, he is the founder of ISIS. Trump. Okay, let's have a listen. What did Trump say?
In many respects,
they honor President Obama. ISIS is honoring President Obama. He is the founder of ISIS. He's the founder of ISIS. In many respects.
There, you heard it from him. Okay. Along with some three-letter agencies, I'm sure. Mr. Cardinal Truth said Trump on Joe Rogan telling the cloak and dagger story about how Air Force One landed in the Middle East desert in pitch black dark to meet with generals on the ground to discuss how to defeat ISIS since his corrupt White House staff were lying to him. Let's have a listen.
1 minute, sir. And I'm telling you, Joe, there's always a light. There's not a little pin. And all of a sudden, psh, and you hear blah, blah, perfect landing like glass. That's how good. I mean, these guys, between the equipment and it's genius. It's pure. It was so dark, you couldn't see a thing. There was no runway. You wouldn't know where the hell you are. You're in the middle of a desert. And then I got out of the plane. I said, thank you, Captain. That's a great job. And then I got out of the plane, and I'm going down, and I see a general and another general. And I see a staff sergeant, a drill sergeant, and various guys, all central casting. Central casting. They said, sir, would you like to rest? I said, I don't want to rest. I want to figure out what the hell are we doing with ISIS. I'm hearing we can't, it's going to take years. No, sir, we can do it very quickly, sir. And anyway, we go into the room. Biden would have taken a nap for 4 days and then left without a meeting. So we go into the room, and they have these guys. I say, how long can you do it? How long? We can do it in a couple of weeks, sir. I said, wait a minute. They told me 5 years. We can do it in, I don't know, he gave me a number, like in no time. I said, why haven't you done it? Because the orders came in from Washington, sir, and they would come here and tell us what to do. Don't you challenge us? We're not allowed to do that, sir. That's not the military way. They tell us what to do, and we have to respect them.
So do you think that it was incompetence why they didn't go after ISIS?
I think it's a bad system. When Mattis goes there or when Milley goes there, who's stupid, and they tell these guys that are actually smart what to do, and the guys that are smart are saying, we don't like what they're doing, but they're not allowed to sort of counteract. Plus, the guys that went there are arrogant. They're arrogant fools. They're like stupid fools. The way they pulled out of, as an example, the way they pulled out of Afghanistan with the people falling off the planes.
It's a disgrace.
It was worse than Vietnam with the helicopters falling. It was so bad. There was no reason for it. Anyway, so we knocked them out. And, we have great military. We have great people.
Yeah, the Biden regime even put the military at risk, and plus all the civilians. You got the Iraqi Christian Foundation saying Syrian Christians in Aleppo, Syria are in grave danger from the invading demonic Al-Qaeda. ISIS terrorists have already begun removing all Christmas decorations and beheading captured soldiers. Western media are cheering on the terrorists and calling them by the propaganda term rebels. Please pray for our fellow Christians and other minorities in harm's way in Syria. What were those 7 countries in 5 years they were talking about? Syria was one of them. Do you remember that? One of the generals or one of the... And J1 said, take another look at Ellen, because that's not Ellen. Where? I don't think... Ellen's not in the picture. Unless it was way up here, no? Okay. Stewart said, the cost of living not like it is here. Falling behind, percent change in living standards from 100 down to 90. Something. 91 maybe, nearly just 91 points something. I don't know if they're actually, is that right? I don't know if United States is really doing, well, they are now, Trump's in, they will be. OECD, I don't know. I mean, the rich are getting richer, but the rest of us are just suffering. So I don't know if I believe that even. I think the rest of them should be down here too. Justin Trudeau, thanks for dinner last night, President Trump. I look forward to the work we can do together. Really? Let's see what the responses are to this. Hopefully you'll be voted out soon. Sucking up now, aren't you, pussy hole? Andrew Tate said. Wall Street Maverick said you're a lame duck and will be gone within months. Clown World said you're a clown and nothing will ever change that. Alex Zoltan said, let's get this straight. You spent the last 4 years villainising and denigrating this person at every turn. Now you sit there deferentially with your smarmy and disingenuous smirk. I don't agree with Trump on everything, but he was right about one thing. You are two-faced. Vince Langman said, talk shit about Trump and now you bend the knee to the MAGA king. Winning. How long did you shine his shoes? Probably the hardest you've worked your entire life, John Rich said. Viva Fry said, I can't believe you sat down next to Hitler. I can't believe you're smiling next to Hitler. Oh, wait, that's because he never was Hitler. But he called him that. Fuck Trudeau. Little weasel. Him, Keir Starmer, and our Anthony Albanese, they're all little weasels. I'm not, no, don't like that. No, that was him. That's actually Justin Trudeau. Yeah, it is. No, don't do that. Okay, Clandestine said the public were not ready for the truth 8 years ago. Oh, can I talk about this? What is it? That might have to go on Rumble too. Oh, maybe I might be able to. Clandestine said the public were not ready for the truth 8 years ago. If you tried to tell them what we know now, they would not have believed you. I know this for a fact because I tried. Myself and many others tried to warn the public that the DS exists, that Epps Island was real and our politicians were compromised, and that the MSM were lying, big tech was censoring, the human traffic and pedos were widespread and that evil ruled the world. Everyone laughed in our faces and called us kooky conspiracy theorists. Now, 8 years later, we aren't so crazy and the public have seen all of this with their own eyes. Now they don't only believe us, they are ready for justice. I hope so, because it's heartbreaking. Eradicating the deep state is the easy part. The hard part was undoing decades of brainwashing and getting the public to believe the unfathomable. And that's true. Dream Space 2 said the easy part, you think the people who did these things are just going to go away and give up? Never in human history has an elected powerful group of semi-government leaders simply walked away from the chaos they caused. In fact, their last move is almost always the most destructive. That's why scare event necessary. Clandestine said, who said anything about them giving up or going willingly? Using force to arrest people is significantly easier than undoing decades of brainwashing to hundreds of millions of people. But he's right. Honestly, 8 years ago, I was being called all sorts of names. Believe me. On YouTube, on Facebook, everywhere. Craig Kelly said, I'll be giving Coles beef a miss. If Coles are selling beef from cattle that have been administered an unapproved new animal drug which contains the ingredients silicon dioxide, propylene glycol, and 3-nitrooxypropanol, and market it as Bovea, a drug which is required by the US FDA, the same people that told us about that the COVID jabs were safe and effective, to carry the warning below. And this new unapproved animal drug is only being administered because of the net zero insanity and the belief that if we stop cows from farting, we will avoid bad weather. I think I'll be giving meat from Coles a miss. And I hope my local butcher can put a sign up on his window window, Bovea-free beef sold here. This is the warning they have to put on it. Warning, not for human use. Caution should be exercised when handling this product. 3-nitrooxypropanol may damage male fertility and reproductive organs. Is potentially harmful when inhaled and is a skin and eye irritant. This reads like fluoride. If you have to touch fluoride that goes in your water, you need to be fully masked up, gloved up, masked up. You can't breathe the stuff in. But hey, you can drink it all right. It's a skin and eye irritant as well. But drinking, oh, that's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Personal protective gear, including eyewear, a dust mask and impervious gloves, should be worn when handling this product. Operators should wash hands after handling. If accidental eye exposure occurs, rinse eyes thoroughly with water. Holy cow. Exactly. Coles boost sustainability in beef production with expanded use of supplement. It reduces cattle emissions by at least 50%. I don't know, are the cows going to just start blowing up now? Are we going to be driving in the country past all these dead cows with blown out stomachs? I don't know. Well, they can't get rid of the gas any other way, can they? I don't know. For further manufacture or feed of reduction of methane gas emissions per pound of dry matter intake in lactating dairy cows. Silicone, dioxide, propylene glycol, 3-nitrooxypropanol. Caution, do not feed undiluted. For use in feeding for lactated dairy cows, not for use in dry dairy cows, bulls, replacement heifers or bulls, growing cattle or ruminant species, because safety and effectiveness have not been evaluated in these animals. What the hell are they doing? Silicone dioxide from all sources cannot exceed 2% by weight of complete feed. A decrease in dry matter intake may be observed in some animals. Warning, not for human use. And reading the warning again that was just read up above. And they've given Bill Gates the authority to do this, by the way. Both Liberal and Labor have been giving Bill Gates Global Fund $250 million per year. Why? Bill Gates uses this to help fund, medical procedures, breed GMO mosquitoes, GMO vegetables, and create all this weird fake meat. Now in the UK and Australia, he's added poison to the cow's feed to stop the cow emissions. Bill Gates and all those in power could not give a stuff about the environment. They know it's all lies, so why is he doing it? Is it because he knows it will cause harm, such as cancer to humans and eventual death? Customers for life, anyone? Isn't selling contaminated product against the law grounds for compensation? It's an unapproved animal drug with warnings about male fertility. There you go. But they did it with fluoride. Hey. Do not buy any meat from Coles until they denounce this shit, and don't do it like, seriously, get new cows. If you've done it already, get new cows. Rowan Dean said next time Peter Dutton wishes to make a complete fool of himself and the coalition with a ridiculous idea about some Black Mirrors-style facial recognition system that can tell the difference between a human being at 15 years, 11 months and 29 days of age and 16, can he please call me first? Yeah, he's done. He's done. Dutton's done. Leader of the Liberal Party? Pfft. Yeah, I doubt it. Hoot said almost $10 for orange juice in Melbourne, Australia. Yes, Albo MP has really done wonders for the cost of living. Eh? Holy shit. $9.50 for nudie orange juice. 2 litre bottle. It's not that much. And oranges aren't much cheaper either, I don't think. I don't know. Haven't bought oranges for a little while. Wall Street Maverick said breaking, the staff in the Diversity, Equity and Inclusion Office of the FBI are threatening to resign if Kash Patel is confirmed as FBI Director. Well, let them. They're useless. This is in my bookmarks. Show more posts. Yep, it is. Battle Bird said growing up is understanding that in the Titanic, Rose decides to throw away a $250 million pendant in memory of an unemployed man who she had sex with one time. Meanwhile, her husband worked hard all his life to maintain her and give her and her children a life of luxury, who would surely have also appreciated the inheritance and lived peacefully. She could also have given the pendant to her granddaughter who took care of her whole life. The real villain of the movie, gentlemen, no doubt, was Rose. What do you think of that? I don't know. I found it very interesting. To clear up any confusion that this post may have started, Jenny from Forrest Gump is also a whore. Hooah. A hooah. She's a hooah. That sounds better, actually, saying it that way. Mark PG said Bill Gates has talked Albanese into using a drug in cattle that's banned in other countries to stop them from farting. Coles are using it in their cattle. You know what to do. Get woke, go broke. And the opinionated black woman auntie who knows about cattle, because she's been looking after a lot of cattle, cows and goats and all sorts, says if you're going to try and school me of all people that you could try and school about the digestive system of a cow, you'll need to know firstly what it's called. It's the ruminant. It consists of 4 stomachs. The rumen, the omissum, the Bible, the abomissum, and the reticulum, honeycomb. There's no way on God's green earth that reducing methane gas from the rumen is safe long-term, I dare say short-term too. No way. The methane helps rumen animals break down the feed in their stomachs. Imagine someone force-feeding you chemical crap to stop your stomach gases and the havoc that would cause to your digestive system and internal organs. Yep, more unnecessary cruelty. Thanks for the information. Wow. Yeah, they really don't want people eating meat, do they? Then I think about it and I think, is this just like a reporting from mainstream to stop people eating meat? I don't know. One way or another, which way this is going, or, you know. But still, not a good idea. Donald J. Trump said the idea that BRICS countries are trying to move away from the dollar while we stand by and watch is over. Ooh. We require a commitment from these countries that they will neither create a new BRICS currency nor back any other currency to replace the mighty US dollar. They can go find another sucker. There's no chance that BRICS will replace the US dollar in international trade, and any country that tries should wave goodbye to America. I thought BRICS was a good thing. I've been proven wrong. There you go. I am wrong about BRICS. I was wrong about BRICS. But there you go. Very, very interesting. That one's worth reposting, let me tell you. Because I thought BRICS was good, see? Even I. At first I thought it was bad, then I thought it was good, then now I think it's bad again. There you go. Hey, I don't know. Crystal Mitchell said, just to chase a reminder, anyone in the comments questioning those who aren't sympathetic to the police for more wages. No, you're not looking at footage from a severe terrorist attack, an active armed offender, or even a gang war. These are everyday Australians who committed the terrible and dastardly crimes of not wearing a face nappy, being outside their house, and this is our national shame. Twin Tower City said never forget what the Australian government did to citizens during the COVID pandemic, and now they're striking and they want the people to support them. After doing this? I don't know, like this was 4 years ago. Look. Oh, he was very dangerous. Oh, look, they're all so dangerous. Dangerous people saying, no, I don't want to. So dangerous. This is the Australian police. In Victoria mainly. Oh, don't worry, the rest of them were doing it too, but the worst was in Victoria. Spraying people for no reason. Just walking around spraying them with pepper spray or capsicum spray or whatever they're allowed to carry on them that we're not allowed to carry on us. You bloody morons. You wonder why people aren't supporting you. When you're going on... Look at this. Nearly strangling the poor girl. Look. This was in 2020, 2021, maybe 2022 it went to. I don't know how long this went for, but it seemed like a long time. But this is what the Australian police did. And now they want support because wages. Money, money, money. See? Don't care about people. Don't care about your freedom. Don't care about anything except money. Jesus. Little power-hungry, little, I don't know, power-tripping. Look at them. You seriously want people to back you after that? I mean, I back the good police who don't do this shit, but not these people. And if they are part of that, is that why their faces are covered? Is this a different police and army force, like an international one maybe, and made to... I'm thinking about everything right now, honest to God, both sides of everything. I didn't think they were Australian police officers at the time. Now, is this now to make the ones who are asking for a pay rise, to make them look bad? Topherfield said, I'm in Melbourne today, had to take this photo. The public order response team are begging for public support for more money. Taxpayer-funded officers who gleefully became the Dan Andrews goon squad against taxpayers are scribbling messages on taxpayer-funded vehicles begging for taxpayer support so they can get more taxpayer-funded salary for their unresolved human rights violations against taxpayers. You can make up your own mind about this because I just don't know which angle this is coming from. That's government in a nutshell. Attention Victoria Police, I'll support your efforts for a pay rise after you denounce the COVID-era human rights violations and charge Dan Andrews and his sycophants, including the supine police minister and police commissioners, for their many human rights violations and failures of duty of care. Until then, you are and always will be human rights violators, unworthy of the badges you carry and the uniforms you wear. And you are most certainly unworthy of a pay rise. So make of that what you will. Yeah, I understand that too. Not every cop supported Daniel Andrews, but the ones... Oh, see, Australia's just a big frickin' mess. The ones at the top are the ones that are being blackmailed or whatever's happening, who are bending over to all these rules and things and all these orders. And then the ones underneath have to do what they're told. That shouldn't be, if it's against your morals, you shouldn't do it. Regardless of if you're told to do it or not. But anyway, that's up for you to decide. Yeah, you should see Victorian Police. Their badges on their arms are upside down pentagrams. Tells me that was years ago. So I don't know. So you make up your own mind. You do your own research and make up your own mind on all that. So, yeah, I don't know. Shadow of Ezra said Jennifer Lopez, who previously avoided questions about Sean Diddy Combs, is now said to be struggling with anxiety over their past relationship. All of a sudden now? Not before? Insiders reveal she's desperate to escape the spotlight on the matter, feeling overwhelmed and reportedly experiencing symptoms of PTSD. Really? She is deeply worried about the possibility of a formal interrogation, and her management has held crisis talks to prepare in case she gets linked to Diddy. She's already linked. I've got news for you. And she's having... What about the victims? Do you think they don't have PTSD if they're even alive? And she's claiming PTSD? Get out of here. My God. Okay, here in Australia again, they're not going to celebrate Australia Day on the 26th of January next year. In fact, Daisy May said pubs to avoid this coming Australia Day, and if they don't want your business on Australia Day, you might as well give them a hard pass on Anzac Day as well. Hundreds of high-profile pubs and clubs will not celebrate Australia Day after the country's second biggest hospitality giant vetoed commemorating the National Day. The company owns more than 200 venues across Australia, including at least 90 in Queensland and another 60 in Victoria. They include the Bungalow 8, Cargo, Kinsley's, Woolloomooloo and Parkside Hotel in Sydney, as well as the Esplanade Hotel, Prince of Wales, the Duke of Wellington and Garden State Hotel in Melbourne. Also shunning celebrations will be the Claremont Hotel and Bassendean Hotels in Perth, the Regatta Hotel, Boundary Hotel and the Riverfront Fridays Bar in Brisbane, and as well as the Parkside Hotel and the Colonist in Adelaide. Australia Day is a day that causes sadness for some members of our community, so we've decided not to specifically celebrate a day that causes hurt for some of our patrons and our team, an Australian Venues Co spokesperson told the Herald Sun. I bet you it's like one or two people. And they're faux Aboriginals, right? They're not real. And they're going, but Australia Day hurts us. It was colonisation day. Anyway, here's their website, ozvenueco.com.au. Australia Venue Co, and they're completely woke, Marxist and hypocrites. They don't welcome Australians. Oh, they support LGBTQIA+, diversity, equity and inclusion, empowering women, First Nations Committee for Reconciliation. The Safe Spaces Initiative ensures welcoming, respectful environments in all venues, reflecting AVC's commitment to community and belonging. Through these initiatives, we will regularly evaluate our social impact and take steps towards contact. What? Holy shit. Okay, well, avoid... Why don't you get together with your mates and have a barbecue? I don't know. Be the light. Could someone explain to me, like I'm 5, why the fuck my mother-in-law's nursing home requires $550,000 because she owns her home and takes 85% of her pension as well? Yet if you own nothing, you get subsidised. Family don't want to sell the home, so are taking out a loan. What the hell? I mentioned this quite a few weeks ago, maybe months ago, actually. I said that if you want to go into a nursing home, this is why we're looking after my mum, or my daughter's looking after my mum the way she is because they would make my mum and dad sell the house, take half of that money, and then take most of her pension every fortnight. Why? I'm not paying someone that amount of money. Jesus Christ. Okay. Mick said, as you may be aware, Australian Venue Co has decided to tell all its managers Australia-wide that Australia Day celebrations will not be going ahead due to risk of offending a few people, apparently. I believe we have a patriotic duty to show support for the day and to target this business accordingly. Let's get moving. Firstly, here's a list of every single pub nationwide. Oh, God, here we go. Okay. Are you ready for it? In Victoria, the Anglis Tavern, the Apollo Bay Hotel, the Auburn Hotel, the Ball Court Hotel, Beer Deluxe, Fed Square, Birrelly Tavern, Brewdog Pentridge, College Lawn Hotel, Criterion Hotel, Eureka Hotel, Fairfield Park Boathouse, Fargo & Co., Flinders Hotel, Garden State Hotel, Golden Gate Hotel, Harlow, Hollyover, Hopscotch, the Hotham Hotel, Imperial Hotel Burke Street, Imperial South Yarra, Melbourne Public, Middle Park Hotel, Morris House, Perseverance, the Praharan Hotel, Prince Alfred Hotel, Prince of Wales Hotel, Public House, Richmond Club Hotel, River's Edge Events, Skinny Dog Hotel, State of Grace, a pub called the State of Grace? Anyway, Studley Park Boathouse, Swan Hotel, Terminus Hotel Abbotsford, the Bridge Hotel, the Crafty Squire, the Duke of Wellington, Esplanade, the Exchange, the Gardner, the Hawthorn, the Local, the Park, the Postie, the Provincial, the Smith, the Station Hotel, the Terminus Yarrawonga, the Victorian Hotel, the Wharf Hotel, the Trinket, Village Bell Hotel, West Beach Pavilion, Yarra Botanica, Yarra Valley Grand Hotel. Oh, my God. Look, if you want to, screenshot, if you know how to, and read these hotels. Because there's I didn't think there was going to be that. There's 200 of them, obviously, I was told before. Okay, so just screenshot all these if you want to steer clear of these hotels. Or you can always go back and pause it and screenshot it, which is what I have to do half the time. Holy shit. That's a lot of hotels. I was going to try and read them all. Not happening. New South Wales. Now we're only up to New South Wales. The Albion. Oh, I know where the Albion is. See how many I know here. No. Okay, I only know one called the Albion. South Australia, here you go. Bars to avoid. Take a screenshot if you can. And we'll go to that one. Wow, there's heaps of them. Oh my God, look how many in South Australia. Claremont the Court, Galway Hooker. Great name for a pub, the Galway Hooker. The generous squire who pays the Galway Hooker. The Peach Pit where they end up. Maybe the Royal on the waterfront. Northern Territory has 2, monsoons and shenanigans. There you go. Jeez. Email the head office anyway, info@pag.com or info@ausvenueco.com.au. And you can do that. So what I'll do is, where is it? Retweet that. People need to know. Oh, does that work when I retweet it? I don't know. Because it's coming from a group. Okay, a soul here. I said early Australian state builders. Arthur Phillip, a Renaissance man. Let's go. Have a look. This was Arthur Phillip. Arthur Phillip represented the quintessential Renaissance man, a naval officer, naturalist, linguist, and a visionary politician whose intellectual breadth transcended the typical colonial bureaucrat. Fluent in multiple languages and trained in mathematics, navigation, and cartography, Phillip possessed a Renaissance intellect, curiosity that distinguished him from mere military functionaries of the British Empire. His scientific training enabled a remarkably systematic approach to governing. Where other commanders saw hostile terrain, Phillip observed a complex ecological system worthy of rigorous scientific documentation. As a naval intelligence officer prior to his Australian commission, Phillip had developed sophisticated geographical and ethnographic knowledge, approaching indigenous populations with a scholarly rather than purely militaristic perspective. Phillip's instructions regarding Indigenous populations were revolutionary for their time. He explicitly ordered minimal violence and attempted diplomatic engagement, reflecting the Enlightenment principles of his time. A skilled agricultural theorist, he immediately recognised the potential for European agriculture techniques in the new environment, initiating experimental farming methods unprecedented in colonial settings. His administrative skills were equally remarkable. Phillip transformed a potential disaster of logistical incompetence, an isolated penal colony with limited resources, into a sustainable human settlement. Botanical and zoological documentation was central to Phillip's mission. He collected specimens, corresponded with European scientific institutions, and viewed the colony as much a scientific expedition as a military exercise. Despite several personal challenges, including chronic illness and the immense psychological pressure of establishing a colony, Phillip maintained an intellectual rigour and emotional equilibrium rare among colonial administrators. Arthur Phillip, naval officer, scientist, administrator, linguist, a singular figure who embodied the most sophisticated intellectual traditions of the 18th century, European exploration and colonisation. There you go. Captain Arthur Phillip. There is an Arthur Phillip High School in Sydney. Thank you for reading this far. Thread is good, but long form is better. Read more there. See, they did come here with peaceful intent. I think some of our history's a lie. Okay, Clown Down Under said, great news. Make Australia... Oh, no, that was the end of it. Okay, because the rest of it is all that, the shipping container stuff for Rumble. So now we are going to... I'm going to go on the screen and... what am I doing? Reading the comments. Have you pickle? Okay, I'm still thinking about these containers, mate. Even reading all that, I'm still thinking about those containers. Deb R said, looking forward to catching up with you all. Menacing said, it's a little chilly. Oh, my God, Menacing Muskrat. You guys, honestly, use a very, what do you call it? Able to put up with a lot. Resilient people. I knew the word would come to me after I explained what I meant. Menacing Muskrat said, wow, 2 Debs in the house. Welcome in, Cynthia. Deb said, so cool, hey. We have another Deb too some days when there are triplets. Deb said, so blessed to have amazing moderators. Deb said, I'm well, thank you, Twin. I hope you're well too, Twin. And Deb R said, oh, my God, Menacing Muskrat. Oh, yes, I know, yeah. A couple of us, well, lucky Menacing Muskrat sent it to me early enough that just before I was streaming, I was watching this thing. Oh, so there we go. Meg Aussie said, hello, everyone. J1 said, hey, Heaven Crew. Menacing Muskrat said, and we're off and driving with Hev. Sherry, how you going, Sherry? Geoloft said, hello, love. Hello, everyone. How you going, Geoloft? Menacing Muskrat said she does the speed limit. I'm riding shotgun. Yes, I do. Timmy said, hello, everyone. I wonder if Timmy wants to join me while I'm reading all that stuff or after it. You can let me know, Timmy. Deb said, making a big pot of veggie soup to freeze and having an eggnog and bourbon. Oh, wow. Enjoy, Deb J. Oh, and it jumped. There we go. I was waiting for that. Oh, there we go. I'm around here somewhere. Jules of Southern Oregon said, hello, good to see you. Good to see you too, Jules. SW said, hi there. Menacing Muskrat said, Hev, really, it is a December drop. Okay, I'll have a look when we're over there. Deb said, hey, Jules of Southern California? Southern Oregon. I think, is it? Yeah, Southern Oregon. I know what you meant, though. Oops. And Sherry's saying hello to everyone. And what else have we got? SW's joined us. Deb R said, yummy, Deb Jones. Jules is saying, hello, Sherry, how you going? Everyone's saying hello to everyone. Okay, where are we? Geoloft said, I bet those generators in the ship are being run on unicorn farts and rainbow windmills too. A shot glass of water my ass. Exactly. I agree, Geoloft. Menacing Muskrat has put the link in for Rumble, for a different Rumble video in there. I advise to go and watch it. I'll be playing a lot of the same videos, but not all of it's the same. That's going to be a different video than mine will be. Mouse of Doom said Bovea. Yeah, Bovea. What's a Vea? A faxa? I don't know. Mouse of Doom said the Bovea is in the grain. Oh, God. SW said obsessed with animals' flatulence. Yes, they are. They're obsessed with it, honestly. Let the animals flatulate. Methane is not that big a gas either. Neither is CO2. They're minute portions in the gases that we breathe, and it's in our air, and we need it anyway because they're there. If there was not meant to be methane in the air, none of us would fart. Okay? So I'm wondering what's been in my food all this time. Yeah, anyway, let's not worry about that one. Deb said some person said they may be dropping off the ship Tupperware to something hungry hippos of the sea. Woo. Really? Mouse of Doom said cattle eat the grain, no farts. There you go. SW said horses fart too, so do sheep, pigs, cats and dogs, humans. Are they going to do it to humans next? Mouse of Doom said it's also in the milk. Oh, okay. Well, Mouse of Doom said also in all dairy products, think protein powders, bars, etc. Yeah, well, I'm going to be going to a farm shortly to ask them if they got raw milk. Menacing Muskrat said cows have 4 stomachs to digest their food, but it's one great way to kill off the beef market. Yep, Mouse of Doom said no food, no people. J1 said, what is bovea? It's a lot of chemicals that you can't even touch. But they're going to feed it to the animals. I reckon the first lot they give it to are going to die. Deb R said the drips are getting bigger, the evil coming out. Plus, we're being shown what has been happening, right? If we're being shown and this is... then this has already happened. It's already happened. Do you understand that? Like, we're being shown. Holy cow. Deb R said, why do they keep getting pay rises? We pay their wages, so we should be calling them out. Exactly. SW said reverse speech is a thing, Hev, and one can pretty much find out one's intentions, good or evil, when speech is reversed and takes a little bit of deciphering, and it must be congruent to the forward statement. Oh, my goodness. I wonder what I'm saying backwards then, SW. I hope not. Nothing bad, I hope. Sherry said prayers for Alex, definitely, guys. Just everyone who's here, if you can just pray for Alex. She's not well. She sounds like she's got the worst flu I've nearly ever heard. The poor thing. Menacing Muskrat said, yay, Ellen. D, your little mansion is underwater. God works in mysterious ways. Menacing Muskrat said, amen, President Trump. SW said, please get well if you're listening, Alex. You're missed. And Deb R said, oh, my God, poor Alex. J1 said, take another look. That's not Ellen. Was it one of the other pictures of the containers or something? Or was it something I showed the other day? Menacing Muskrat said, prayers for Alex Hevites. Deb R said $65,000 on hot dogs. Exactly. Oh, bummer. Jules of Southern Oregon said, sending prayers to Alex for a speedy recovery. Yep, Deb R said, sending prayers for our Alex, speedy recovery, sweetie. Yep. Menacing Muskrat said they thought she would never lose, but she did. Hallelujah. Sorry, I wanted to burp then. Hallelujah. J1 said, Ellen, not around no more. That's what I mean. If we're watching a movie, right, and all this stuff's already happened, then that stuff in the beef has already happened. We're being shown. Oh, dear. I need another one. Oh.
Timar28 tipped $25.
God love you.
I'll join you during the video portion. I'll behave.
Yes, no worries. Timmy, you can join me and I'll read it out and you can give me your reaction too. That's better that way anyway. You legend, honestly. Thank you so much, Timmy. I appreciate that. God love you. Sherry said they had an epic pic of Ellen on TikTok, Hev, I think it was. Didn't really look like her. Really? Menacing Muskrat said Ellen's been gitmoed. Menacing Muskrat said, remember when the turd talked smack when Trump won the first? Turd, Macron, and the third one. Yes, I do. And now even, I think Albanese is sucking up Trump's backside, or trying to, by now deporting a lot of immigrants. We'll see. Carl said, hey all, how you going, Carl? Menacing Muskrat said, hello, Carl. Welcome in. It's going to be a good one today. It's going to be... God love you. Oh. Okay. Just minimise that. It doesn't have to pop up on me. That's my... My antivirus is hard at work, okay? That's what that is. Oh, God love you, Menacing Muskrat. A Stripe link in there. J1 said, oh, Lady Stardust said, just a thought, could give up on eating animals. Aren't we supposed to be evolving? Give up on it over 50 years ago. No, I can't do it. I don't know if you've heard of eating by blood type, but there are certain blood types that cannot do without animals. And I think I'm one of them because I'm really unwell. And when I tried veganism, oh dear God, it made me worse. I was in the most pain I've ever been in. Sorry, it's just the truth. I don't know what else to say, and I'm not saying it's wrong for certain people. It's up to you. You do what you do, but I can't do it. Menacing Muskrat's put both the Rumble channels in. I think if you watch one or the other anyway, it comes up on both. I'm not sure, though. Tim Air said propylene glycol is used as a laxative. What the fuck are they giving that to cows for? Yikes. I reckon the minute they feed it to the cows, they're going to have dead cows on their hands, or very sick ones. J1 said, I might stick to roo meat. That's not a bad idea. There's deer out there in Australia. Do you know that? There's venison. Probably not many, but there are some out there. Tim has said, be selective where you get your meat if possible. In the States, there are plenty of private ranchers that would rather sell their meat directly and privately. I agree, Timmy. Deb said, how can they know definite put on date on something that's supposed to be natural? How does he know? And Deb said, hey, Lady Stardust. SW said, for years, health experts have been unable to agree on whether fluoride in the drinking water may be toxic to the developing human brain. Liars, I know. That is a lie. They know. They couldn't dispose of it. It cost them, look, to dispose of fluoride, sodium fluoride that they put in our water, it costs them a fortune. Okay, they'd probably go broke trying to dump the stuff because no one wants it. So they put it in our water. And you have to have full PPE gear to be handling that stuff. So Deb's said something is feminisation of the male. Deb said, we have fresh kill here straight from the farm. Oh, lovely. J1 said, Dutton, another dud. He is. Jules of Southern Oregon said, another human experiment. Oh, I know, Jules. It's insane. Deb said, the old fella came up to Adelaide from the Riverland. Deb said, Shannon could know my old fella. He lived there for a long time. And Deb said, fearmongers, yep. SW said, let the cows be to chew their cud. Typical Coles and Woolies have bare shells due to a delivery strike in Melbourne. Doesn't surprise me. They're going to go down soon. Lady Stardust said, I think Bricks is good. Trump is most likely talking inversion again. Yeah, we'll keep an eye out on that. Yep. Deb said, I like that face nappies. J1 said FTP. Deb said, yes, free will is dangerous. Deb said, so many people left Victoria because of that shit. SW said, imagine if someone here was to fire fireworks at them. While they were firing things that closely resemble fireworks at the people. Yeah, it would have been a different story though, see. They were allowed to do it, and you're not. J1 said, paint mixed with sand and a balloon. Hey, Kizza Gaming, how you going? SW said, F off YouTube, can't say kill. No, apparently you can't. They're doing all sorts of weird stuff. I don't know who they're protecting. I watched a video yesterday. Actually, I watched that one, Menacing Muskrat, and I've seen it before from yesterday, the link you put in there, about that chateau family, whatever, who were they? Anyway, I watched that. I've seen the same guy, I swear, talk about it on a different channel. What was I getting to? Oh, yeah. That whole video, every second word was beep. Yep, every second word was beep. Because YouTube, you're not allowed to say all these words. So I'm trying to guess what the hell he's talking about when every second word is beep, 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 beep. YouTube, it's terrible. That's why I'm waiting to go over to Rumble to do the rest of the... I'm not doing it here. Deb R said, Victoria became Germany in the 1930s to 40s. Oh, no. Menacing Muskrat said, I love the Masonic symbolism on that police vehicle. Yeah, as I said, you should see their upside-down pentagrams on their shirts. Deb R said, no way, police, Victorian police. Kanchega Yowie said, cops are not funded by taxes. They are their own business. The fines are what funds them, and they're not state departments. So who are they working for? Who, on behalf of who are they working for doing all this? Kanchega Yowie said, J1, especially the colour black. SW said, yeah, good point, Menacing, didn't notice it for that. Kanchega said, Deb, hey, Deb's feeling moist. J1 said, oil-based paint. Deb R said, yes, they are shitting their pants. Menacing Muskrat said, J-Lo is suffering from adrenochrome withdrawal. That wouldn't surprise me. Deb said, yes, I forgot Menacing. Deb said, yes, we're feeling moist today. We're sunny today. Zal said, me and my sister used to say PTSD stood for post-terrible 70s drag for those people who hadn't realised the 70s was over, but still looked like they were dressed for it. Menacing Muskrat said, J-Lo and Ellen are in the same club, sickos. Zal said, people should be smashing that website. Kizza Gaming said, is assistance continuing down the DEI path? Which assistance? No, I think, well, they might be continuing on that DEI path, but hopefully it's game over. Deb R said they are so far removed from the beginning, it's not funny. Kizza Gaming said the USA is turning around in it now that the administrations are changing exactly. And once they do, the rest of the world will follow. That's what we're looking for. Menacing Muskrat said, thumbs it up, Hevites, thank you. And Deb R said, hey, Kizza Gaming. Sal, how you going? We were able to make a complaint to the government about discrimination going on by this pub company. I don't know, but there is a link, and I just shared it on Twitter. If you are on Twitter, hang on. If you're not, I'm trying to find if I can find the link itself without Twitter to put in the comments section. Hang on a sec. Okay, is this it? Yep. Okay, what I will do is, oh shoot. I'm just going to have to share the tweet, and if you're not on Twitter, you should still be able to read the tweet. Because it's got the letter in there to the link to do it. And I'm not sure if you can actually see this one because it's in a group. But I'll put it in there anyway, in the comment section. Menacing Muskrat said, Doge, Kizza, Gaming, YouTube, they are cleaning house. Azal said, g'day, Deb. Deb said, the old fella probably drank in a few. J1 said, I don't do pubs anyway, and me either. Kizza Gaming said, hopefully they can make enough progress. He's only got 4 years and they're trying to infiltrate. Deb R said, for every church in Adelaide, there's a pub on the other corner. Kizza Gaming said, then after 4, who knows what's going to happen as the pendulum swings. Deb said, my fella was in the same pubs as the Underbelly show. Zhao said, Arthur Phillip, no doubt a high Freemason and occultist. I don't know. SW said, I'm long over pubs now, and probably, like, you know. I'm long over pubs now, J1. Even country pubs, only visit them during the day, occasionally for a meal, maybe. J1 said, Zal, totally. Deb's laughing. Deb R said, you're damn right, Hev. Deb said, I love the curly hair. Crazy. That's why we're here. Yes, the curly hair makes me a bit crazier. Where was I up to? Zal said, a rare Egyptian tablet was found between the walls in Arthur Phillips' outhouse on his former residence property in the Nepean when it was being demolished about 5 years ago. Really? Conchega said, Zal, they all were, including Joseph Banks masquerading as a botanist. Deb R said, and yet my mum said they broke the mould after me. Conchega said, Zal, they've been coming to this landmass for over 4,500 years. A scarab beetle was found on the Darling River at Wilcannia. Gosford glyphs are Khufu's son's grave. Deb R said, I was watching the link before the live. What are the trees going to breathe? On Rumble, I have something to say. Yes, definitely. Menacing Muskrat said, hungry hippos. Date your age, Hev. He's chuckling away over here. George said, hi, Hev and everyone. How you going, George? Deb R said, Obama on reverse speech. Very scary. Kizza Gaming said, D-Bess. SW said, think of the poor animals they test all this stuff on. For profit, not our health interest. Yes, exactly. And you know those, I'll talk about it on Rumble. SW said basically they're testing these toxic chemicals on animals to see the reaction. Deb J said, get well, Alex dear. Deb R said, please do not behave, Timmy. SW said, yeah, there's no need for that now. How boring, hey, Deb. Kizza Gaming said, I tried vegan as well. I had to go back. Yeah. But to be fair, I was just being brainwashed. Ego Shredder said, hi, folks. I've been listening and watching while doing other stuff, wishing Alex a speedy recovery. Those vegan diets never have any animal collagen in them. The plants cannot provide that exactly. J1 said, deer are in plague proportions in Australia. There you go. SW said, David Oates is on YouTube and he's been doing reverse speech for 40 years. Even babies talk in reverse of Gugar. It's fascinating, and like you have, I thought the same. What about me? Hopefully not. Tim Ayers said, remind me at some point about the shelf life of meat purchased directly from a farmer, my experience anyway. Cool. Deb said, I did go vegan because I was of unregulated preservative in meat. Made me very sick after red meat. I can eat meat again now they have regulated preservative. Tim's laughing at Deb. Menacing Muskrat said, let's go moose hunting, Timmy. Deb said, I have to be careful of what I meant eat. Ego Shredder said, Deb, yeah, meat these days is far from natural, but most of us do not have the luxury of nearby farms anymore, sadly. GLF said, I've been all over Asia, and in those remote places where there's no fluoridation in the water, the young people have pearly white teeth, the elderly don't have dentures, and the elderly still have their teeth. Deb R said, then we can talk on. SW said, fluoride is a corrosive chemical. Conchega said, Hev, exempt persons and bodies, Schedule 2, Item 1, police personnel. Police are not a Department of State, Victoria. Wow. Deb R said, hey, Ego Shredder, yes, we just came from farmlands, but it's all becoming housing. Anglevale, South Australia, was a small country town, now becoming a city. Oh, no. Conchega said, where does this corporate state government get the authority to sell any of the land as it belongs to us, we the people? Exactly. SW said, where's your StreamYard link? I can't find it. Oh. The link for... Hang on a sec, sorry. I forgot all about it. Hang on. Streamlabs. Copy. Paste. There we go. And I'll pin it. Can I pin it? Oh, yeah. Pin message. There you go. It's at the top. It should be at the top of the comment section now. And Conchega. With the police. I'm just wondering now then whose orders are they taking? If they're a private company, wouldn't be the UN at all, would it? Would it? I don't know. WEF? I don't know. The WHO? I wonder whose laws are they following? Like, whose rules are they following? Okay, we've got that. Kai said, much love, everyone. Got a phone call in 5 minutes and just got away. Tony is on her way, so they're still running around to do. I hope everyone's having an excellent day today. You too, Kai. I hope you're having a good day. God love you. Kizza Gaming said, have you ever heard of Alan Watt? Not Alan Watts, but Alan Watt. No. Hang on a sec. Alan Watt knew what was coming. This is from 2007. That is Alan Watt. Alan Watt warned that mass immigration could be used to incite societal conflict and bring about changes. This prediction is now unfolding in London and various parts of Europe. Problem, reaction, solution. Bring in more control, censorship and loss of freedom. Oh, interesting. I might bookmark them for the next stream. Actually, there you go. I'll start one of them. Thank you, Kizza Gaming. SW said, riding along on my push bike, honey, when I noticed you riding downtown in a hurry. Oh, I've lost it. Sorry, SW. I'd have to listen to the song again. I know the song, but how it goes, I'm not 100% sure. Kai said, Zal, waiting for the next bit of the day. Deb J said, Florida's supposed to be stopping chemtrails. Don't know details. Yes, Deb J, I did mention that yesterday or the day before on the stream. Kai said, I've noticed today that I've begun to go grey-haired again. Oh. Zal said, Victoria is chock full of woke traitors. And Zal said the mixtures. Okay. Do I have to wait, SW, for your... I don't know. Were you going to do the Streamlabs thing, or can I jump off? Wrote the push bike song. Who wrote the Mixtures wrote the push bike song. Kizza Gaming said he had a show for a really long time called Escaping the Matrix, but he's passed away, unfortunately. Oh, so that might be who that's what this is then. Never watched TV. Short clip of Alan Watt talking about TV, CIA, and mind control. There's Alan. Is it Watt or Watts? Watt. Oh, that's a whole 57-minute one. You know what? I'm going to bookmark it because I may just make a video of him talking then. Alan Watt. Signs and symbols, the cube. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's a dive all on its own. Wow. Okay. Thank you for that. Kizza Gaming. Okay. Let me see what else I can find just for a minute or two. SW, let me know if I could jump off yet. Or are you doing the thing? Kizza Gaming said yes, he was an amazing man. That's really interesting. Yeah, and what we're going to go over on Rumble shortly. Okay, I'm going to leave them at the top. But we're going to go over all the shipping container stuff. And don't forget, there's not just people on there. There's probably animals too, you know. But that's what we're going to go over. Deb said, I have a bit of running around with the old fella. I'm hoping to be back as soon as possible. Well, this is where we're going to start from on Rumble. And, yeah. SW, where did you go? Kai said, if I don't get blown up by ET, I'll have an actual sun shield by the 5th. Oh, dear. Okay, what else can I look at while I'm here? SW, what are you doing? Can I go? Should I go? I know it takes a couple of minutes, but God love you. Okay. Deb said, yes, just looked up the fruitarian diet of malnutrition. Yeah. I don't, if you've watched, oh my goodness, I don't even know how to say this. There's a lot of videos out there on veganism and why it doesn't quite work. Like it might be a short-term thing, but over a long time you may get very unwell. It's more the other way we're supposed to be. It's more meat we're supposed to eat, in my opinion only. Oh, God love you.
SW tipped $5. Mnum bar day doom boom bar bay do boo boom bar bay bay pressure pushing down on me pressing down on you. No man ask for under pressure that brings a building down, splits a family in two, puts people on streets bar bar bay bar bar.
There you go. Thank you. I know that one. Pressure pushing down on me, pressing down on you. Okay, thank you, you legend SW. And with that, I'm going to go and I'll see yous over on Rumble very shortly. Okay, guys, have a good one. See you soon. Bye.